Well, hello, Uncle. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas? What right do you have to be merry? You're poor enough.
In that case, why do you have to be so dismal? You're rich enough.
Bah humbug!
Don't be cross, Uncle.
Well, what else can I be, when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas! Out upon Merry Christmas! What's Christmas time to you, besides a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older, but not an hour richer? A time for balancing your books and having every item in them through a round dozen of months presented dead against you? If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a side of holly in through his heart. He should.
Uncle?
Nephew, keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Well, let me alone then. Much good may it do you. Much good has it ever done you.
Christmas isn't about gold and silver. It's about family, friends, and God bless it.
Let me hear another word out of you, and you'll be losing your situation. And as for you, sir, you're quite a good speaker, nephew. Why don't you go into Parliament?
Don't be angry, Uncle. Why don't you come dine with us tomorrow?
Bah humbug!
But why give a reason for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
I am sorry with all my heart to find you so resolute. We have never had a quarrel to which I have been a party. So I'll keep my Christmas homage to the last. So Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon!
I think this is the place.
Excuse me. Have I got the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Marley? He's been dead for 7 years, this very night.
Mr. Scrooge, as we all know, there are some people that are less fortunate than others, and we ask you to make a small donation to those in need.
Are there no prisons?
Yes, sir. Plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses? Are they still in order?
That they are.
I wish they were not.
So the treadmill and the poor law are all in full vigor then?
Both very busy, sir.
So how much money are you willing to donate, sir?
Nothing.
So you want to be left anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. I can't afford to donate to every establishment that has ever made. I only donate to the establishments that I have mentioned, and those who cannot afford anything should go there.
But sir, isn't that kind of cruel?
Well, who am I to interfere with other people's lives? Mine occupies me constantly. Good afternoon, gentlemen. So you'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose?
If quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I were to stop half a crown at you, you'd think me ill-used. And yet, you don't think me ill-used when I pay you a full day's work when you don't work. A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the full day and just come in all the earlier the next morning.
I promise I'll be here earlier the next day. Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Bahamba. Marley? How now? What do you want with me?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Well, who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Can you sit down?
I can.
Well, do it then.
You don't believe in me.
I don't.
Well, what evidence do you have of not believing in me?
Well, because anything can affect the senses, especially an undigested piece of beef or an underdone potato. Well, there's more gravy about you than grave. I don't believe this. You're just an apparition of my own senses. Humbug, I tell you. Humbug! Dreadful apparition, mercy! Why do you haunt me?
These bandages represent my life's worth of greed and selfishness. If you don't change your ways, this is what's going to happen to you.
Oh, but please, Jacob, do you have any good news to give?
I have none to give.
But please, Jacob, is there any way I can escape this horrible fate?
There is one way. You will be visited by 3 ghosts.
I'd rather not.
You must see these ghosts in order to escape this horrible fate. The first will come on 12 o'clock midnight the next day, and the same time the next day, and the same the following day.
But can I see these 3 ghosts all at once?
No, you cannot, and expect to see no more from me, Scrooge. Remember what I've told you tonight.
Bah!